everyone, welcome back to another episode of Walk the Talk Style. And today again, we are talking about agent support and more specifically around the subject matter of financial support. And we're joined by a very special guest who is incredibly versatile, majorly accomplished and dedicated in the financial executive area with a proven track record around delivering business financial management and sustainability around financial reporting. She has 8 years experience within the financial and accounting sector and a strong professional background with qualifications that include the CPA Australia degree, Master of Professional Accounting, Bachelor in Economics and Marketing. Today we are welcoming our National Financial Controller for EXP, who we're incredibly proud to have on board. Shirley, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the invite. I'm glad in the meeting and share my my duties and what I do to everyone.
Absolutely. Well, look, I come from a real estate background. I've been a real estate agent. I've been a business owner. One of the things that I know that agents are really good in doing is bringing the financials in. But as to planning for succession around financial sustainability, as to managing finances, it's often quite a weak point within agents and business owners. So maybe if we can just start off a little bit about who you are. You might want to elaborate a little bit more on your qualifications and industry experience, and then we'll jump into your National Financial Controller role and what that looks like as a helicopter view for agents.
Yep. So, I'm actually based in Sydney, in Maroubra, very close to the Maroubra beach and very close to Little Bay. So yes. I love our area.
Beautiful
so
spot.
We have many agents in New South Wales as well. Looking forward someday we can meet in person as well.
Yep.
About myself. I'm really proud that I got CPA and Master of Professional Accounting degree and also Bachelor of Economics and Commerce in the University of Sydney before. I used to work in an accounting firm and be a tax agent in the previous years. And I also worked in real estate and property management group before about 5 years, 4 to 5 years. And it's really... It's a really great opportunity that I can join EXP, EXP Global and EXP Australia. So it's been a very pleasure.
That's incredible, and I'm learning more about you as well. Obviously, we have a bit of a dotted line in finance and corporate within EXP Australia. Your industry experience is an absolute testament to yourself. So you come from an accounting finance background, but you've also got now real estate industry experience. And I've always been a believer in business and life, just employ people that are smarter than you in their required fields, which you definitely are in this space. And, being, I guess, kind of my own business owner within the XP model, having someone on like yourself with your caliber and expertise on my side when it comes to finance, just makes me sleep a lot easier, not having to worry about that side of the business. Now, you just described a beautiful location where you're situated there in Sydney. So you work from home, yeah?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I work from home.
Excellent. And how do you find that? Like, you've obviously come from office environments to now working from home. How do you find the balance?
Yeah, I really like it. When I do get stressed, I can actually walk out and have, a beach walk and then come back and then come back to work again. So it's really flexible, but also can make sure that work can be done. I really like this combination of, work and life balance. It's really good.
Yeah. And would you find, like, in terms of working from an office environment to working from home when it comes to corporation and organizational support through to agent support, do you find you're less productive at home? Do you find you run at the same productivity? Are you better? Are you more productive being at home?
I do think I'm more productive at home because accounting is pretty much you have to do it independently, but at the same time, you have to support the agents. So once they reach out to me by email or by work chat, I will always, reply back to them when I'm available, because we do have many meetings during the day. But as long as I have received the message or the questions, through email, then I will definitely reply them ASAP. So that's more productive. I do.
Okay.
and we avoid the traveling time and then the time to, wait in the traffic. So,
and especially in Sydney, it would be mayhem. Like, I come from South Australia. Our traffic jams are probably not even a third in comparison to what you get in Sydney. But it's just interesting to note because, my former business life, being a business owner, like my financial controller, particularly like mid-month, end of month, like it was shut the door, no distraction, do not bother me, don't knock on the door for the finance controller mid or end of month. It was like they had to be completely zoned off because it's a very analytical, process-driven role that the margin for error is quite significant, and interruptions obviously will increase the potential for risk and errors. So the fact that you can be from home, you're isolated, you don't have a lot of noise and commotion around you, you can be a bit more diligent in your role, I guess. So that's wonderful to hear. So Shirley, your role is known as the National Financial Controller role within EXP. Now, just explain to those that might not know, do you report in Australia or do you report to US Global?
I do report to both. I report to Global and also report to Australia. Of course, I need to support Australia operations, so make sure the agents are happy with the payments, and then also report our performance monthly to our director team. Also report to the Global about Australia performance, and then any potential areas to be improved, just to report directly to both of the team. So I'm the middle person, maybe.
Excellent. All right. So you've got a lot of different arms in your business, in your role. So let's dive into what does a national financial controller do. Let's talk about agents firstly, right? Because that's predominantly who's most often going to be watching this. So what level of support do you provide in your role as the national financial controller to agents that are a part of EXP Australia?
Yep. So in EXP Australia, I manage the daily agents commission. So we manage to pay the independent contractors on a daily basis, and also the daily operation invoices. So if there's any questions about the payment commissions or any that you might have any question, feel free to reach out to me. We'll send the invoices RCTI after we issue the payment. Normally it could be within 5 business days after we acknowledge the confirmation of the settlements. The processing time is about 5 business days. And then we process the payments for commission-only agents on a bi-monthly time frame. So I think they have the payment cycle that you can refer to the payment cycle of the actual payment date. We also manage the marketing funds payments. So when the agents have received the quotations and then put them into the agent box, then once we receive the invoice, we'll pay on behalf of the marketing fund.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, because I'm a very, that sounds complex. I'm an agent. I try and keep things as simple as possible, especially when it comes to finance. So a few things I'm just going to reiterate there that Shirley's picked up on. Firstly, if you're a subcontractor, independent contractor agreement with EXP, like I am myself, so I'm trading as a proprietary limited. I take care of my own tax, my own superannuation, etc. But Shirley and her team do process all settlements and payments and disbursements to myself. So I don't need to worry about that, which is great. In terms of suppliers as well, I don't have to worry about dispersing funds out to suppliers when they invoice. Shirley and her team within EXP take care of that. Same again when you're a commission-only agent. All your suppliers are still taken care of and paid for you, and the account management is done. You don't have to worry about invoices and tax invoices and so forth, and supplier accounts. But Shirley and her team will process commission-only pay runs fortnightly as part of their pay cycle. Whereas me as an independent contractor, I mean, you girls are very quick at the moment. I'm getting things within a settlement's happening, and I'm getting it within a day or two of settlement happening, a full itemized statement of my settlement and the money being dispersed to me and it actually being in my account. In some cases, it hits my bank account before I've got my little invoice of monies dispersed. So you're absolutely on the ball, doing an incredible job there. And And it's just peace of mind. Like, I know one of the biggest stresses I had in business, Shirley, was all the inbound invoices. So I know what you go through and I know what you see. A lot of agents don't see this behind the scenes, but because I've been a business owner, it is stressful when those invoices come in, and they come in by big volume, you know, big numbers. It really distracts you from doing what we do as agents. So your role is so pivotal to an agent's success. It's invaluable, absolutely invaluable. So let's talk a little bit about your team. So you've got, you know, a little bit of a team that supports you. Let's talk about that.
Yes, so we have 2 person in accounting team.
Yes.
So myself, and then we also have Yuju. She's a temp contractor.
Yep.
Mainly helps our marketing funds, but she will be a full-time in moving forward. And then in the future, I will help with the trust accounting to help our trust accountant and operations as well. So yeah, that's about our team. Two in accounting plus 1 in trust.
Excellent. And we've just appointed that person who we're incredibly excited to welcome on board, who I think is going to just be another incredible asset to our support team, to agents, and the operational particulars of our organisation. So that's great. So the team's growing, the agent's growth is growing because the support is there. That's great. Tell me a little bit more about your role. What does a day look like for Shirley, for those agents that might be looking at this and going, what's Shirley doing behind the scenes? Like, what's a typical day look like for you?
Okay, yeah, I will confirm with Michelle or Emily Geary of the settlement for the day.
Yep.
And then I'll get the report. I will put that into Oracle. That's our new accounting system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still in the transition at this time, but yeah, we are getting there to be more mature and effective. So we'll put the information into the accounting system, and then once everything's confirmed, we'll disperse the payment, and then we'll seek for approval. So normally the payments could be dispersed on the day or the next day. So yeah, that's for the commissions. Marketing invoices will sort out by daily basis as well. Payment normally we process in one time in a weekly basis. Normally it's on a Friday. So the marketing disbursements will be done on a Friday normally. And then I will look up the monthly subscriptions or the payment collections on a daily basis as well.
Wow.
And then also the month-end reports, also the daily meetings, and then the improvements of the systems. Also, sometimes I will help out for the global expansion as well. So that's about my daily and weekly or monthly task.
Wow, it sounds incredibly busy, I'm sure. Not something, I take my hat off to you. It's not something I could do. Like I said, I'm the guy who's good at bringing the numbers in, not managing them as such. But one of the things that I really loved how you kicked off this podcast was, and you know you've got the right financial controller in the right position when they say making sure things are running right to pay the agents correctly.
That's right.
And it is. And it's so pivotal because our business is here because of their business. So we're very fortunate to be given this opportunity to support them. And, you know, I've had nothing but great feedback from my team in South Australia as a licensee, that when dealing with you, you're always very prompt, you're efficient. You always greet people with a beautiful smile like you are on this podcast. You're just so welcoming and happy to help, you know, and that's really important because your role is very stressful. When you're looking at numbers daily and accounts and paying invoices, it's stressful. So to get somebody on the other side who's quite delightful to deal with whilst dealing with the challenges of that role is a full testament again to your character and personality. So
well, essentially the role is to support the agents and to support the business to grow. So any issues, definitely I'm here to help or assist the team or the members.
Well, you're definitely contributing to our growth. Like we said, we're just taking on board another trust accounting person to support our agents. We're allocating usually full-time a full-time opportunity with our organisation, and in time we'll be at hundreds of agents, and you're a real leader in this department and space within our business. So thank you for all your efforts. They don't go unrecognised, absolutely. And hopefully for you agents that are watching this, you really can understand and appreciate the tireless work that goes in behind the scenes in this finance department of our business. It is a big beast. It's a lot of turnover, which is great, but there's a lot of resourcing and time that needs to be allocated to handle it as diligently as Shirley and her wonderful team do. So from all us agents within EXP, thank you for your selfless and tireless help. Your work is just like clockwork. It's flawless. So that's it for another episode, guys. Hopefully that gives you a bit more of an understanding of who's who behind the scenes within EXP, how we help support our agents with financial control management, with the incredible expertise, knowledge, qualifications, and industry experience, which is absolutely invaluable in people like Shirley. Shirley, thank you for joining us on this episode today.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.